Police and the FBI within the last hour have given us an update on the deadly shooting that affected really thousands of people today.
Yes, certainly. The death toll still stands at 5 people shot and killed. 8 others were wounded. The FBI says the shooter, Esteban Santiago, is in federal custody. They confirmed Santiago boarded a Delta flight from Anchorage, Alaska to Minneapolis to Fort Lauderdale. We also learned Santiago walked into an FBI building in November, after which he underwent a mental evaluation. Let's go live now to CNN's Scott McLean.
Officers and also stranded travelers. You can see here there's planes at Terminal 1 where some passengers have been allowed to disembark after spending, in some cases, several hours stuck inside planes. Now, meanwhile, this is Terminal 2. We've just seen a plane pull up here, the first one really in several hours. Police are inside right now investigating on the lower level where this shooting took place, looking for clues. Now, we know from police that the suspect, Esteban Santiago, went to the FBI last year looking for mental help. The open question, though, is whether he got it and what ultimately led up to today's shooting. 5 people are dead and 8 are injured after a shooting at the Fort Lauderdale airport. Authorities say the shooter, Esteban Santiago, opened fire after arriving on a flight from Alaska with a gun he had checked in his luggage. The shooting happened in the baggage claim area of Terminal 2 shortly before 1 o'clock local time, sending people running and taking cover. Videos from passengers and local news outlets shows chaos and confusion as hundreds of people ran onto the tarmac and into the parking areas.
My family's in Terminal 2. I was taking the rental car back and kind of waiting between Terminal 1 and the rental car place. Everybody started running out of Terminal 1, out of the rental car place. Some lady was yelling for help down in the garage, so I just ran, and here I am.
Officers were able to apprehend the suspect without incident.
We have the shooter in custody. He's unharmed. No law enforcement fired any shots. The subject is being interviewed by a team of FBI agents and Broward Sheriff's Office homicide detectives.
According to an Army National Guard official, Santiago left the Alaska Army National Guard in August. Authorities are trying to determine the motive for the shooting and are looking into claims that he got into an altercation while flying from Anchorage to Florida. Now, police say they are following several leads in several states, including Alaska, where the shooter came from. We also know that they're trying to determine whether or not there's a genuine terror link. Now, Esteban Santiago, police say, used a semi-automatic handgun to carry out this shooting. He wounded 8 people. We know 6 of those tonight are in stable condition. Obviously, 5 people were killed as well. Police say there were about 30 or 40 people who were injured in other ways, being trampled or running into things in the chaos of things. We also know tonight, finally, that the Fort Lauderdale airport is expected to open at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Live in Fort Lauderdale, I'm Scott McLean.
Scott, and word of the shooting made its way to airports coast to coast.
Channel 4's Ethan Calloway has been talking to travelers from across the country and here in Jacksonville. Ethan.
You're approached by any person asking to
Mary Kent, reaction from those passengers has been mixed tonight. All of them, though, upset about what happened in Fort Lauderdale. Some of them hearing about the shooting in midair, others only realizing what happened after they landed. For many travelers making their way to Jacksonville tonight, word of the airport shooting in South Florida came late.
When I landed in Atlanta, my husband actually sent me a text, said, did you hear? I'm like, obviously, no, I did not, but it was pretty upsetting.
Fired up my phone and I got these messages from California saying, are you safe? We're all freaked out about what's happening in Fort Lauderdale.
Flights headed for Fort Lauderdale are canceled for the night, and all around the airport, security is noticeably heavier.
It was very frightening. I kind of got a little scared because it happened so suddenly while we were traveling, and we've been traveling like all this week.
Zion Gibbs lives in Jacksonville and was returning from a trip to the Dominican Republic. She learned about the shooting mid-flight and says it has definitely made an impact.
It's my first time on a plane, so I think I'm gonna stick to cars and trains, but I really don't like the airplane anyway, but this is my first time doing it, so it's kind of scary.
You just have to be familiar with your surroundings, look around, watch for, suspicious activity. That's all you can do.
And you can see that added security here right now. It has been this way for most of the evening into the night tonight. All of those air travelers we had a chance to speak with tonight telling me they're just happy to be leaving the airport. We're live at Jacksonville International Airport tonight. I'm Ethan Calloway, Channel 4, the local station.
Well, tonight we're getting some information from one of Fort Lauderdale's hospitals. Broward Health Medical Center officials say 5 trauma patients are being treated there. The patients were in stable condition at last check. 2 victims underwent surgery this afternoon. The officials did not discuss the extent of the victims' injuries. The tragedy is putting a spotlight on what experts call soft targets.
Yeah, baggage claim areas of airports, they're considered soft targets because anyone can enter with a weapon. Channel 4's Eric Avanier joining us live in the baggage claim area of the Jacksonville Airport. Eric, so have you seen extra officers there tonight?
Oh, yes, we've seen quite a few extra officers here tonight, but I do want to say that although there is some added security with a lot of police officers, heavily armed police officers toting what appears to be long rifles, this area of the airport is still considered a soft target because anyone can walk through these doors armed with a weapon and come in here and create havoc. Passengers collecting suitcases after arriving in Jacksonville say they were horrified when they learned of the tragedy at Fort Lauderdale Airport. Many of them say they were watching the news reports while in flight.
We watched the coverage the whole way down on the flight. And I mean, we have our new baby. It's very frightening.
Like the whole way here, like I think we were still in shock. Like this did not just really happen.
We're still shocked by it. We heard about it on a transfer in Houston on the way here. So it was pretty nerve-wracking on the flight here.
What's so shocking to most of these travelers is the fact that the Fort Lauderdale Airport shooting happened in the baggage claim area, an area that News4Jax crime and safety analyst Gil Smith says is typically a soft target.
This is a soft spot because it's not part of the secured area.
That means despite police presence, anyone can still walk into the baggage claim area with a weapon. And if a passenger checked a weapon onto a plane like the shooter in Fort Lauderdale.
So then when he gets off of the airplane, he still has no contact with the weapon. Not until he gets into an unsecured area, which is the baggage area. Then he was able to get the weapon and go into the bathroom and load his weapon.
Those chilling details have some passengers worried about airport soft spots in general.
It's definitely scary. You just never know. That's the problem with the way things are these days. You just don't know what's going to happen.
You never even considered like this can happen at baggage claim areas. So it's pretty traumatizing.
You can't have any weak spots. I mean, because people who are trying to commit these crimes, they know that.
Now, every time there's a large group of people that come down here to the baggage area to claim their bags, there appears to be heavily armed police officers that do take position, and I believe you me, they are keeping a close eye on everything that happens down here. Reporting live from inside the baggage claim area at the Jacksonville International Airport, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Eric. And today's airport shooting underlines the importance of preparation on the part of law enforcement. Local law enforcement regularly train for active shooter situations. This is video from a drill that was held at Jacksonville International Airport late last year. Former FBI Special Agent Tony Kravitz says training like this was encouraged in an executive order in 2012.
There's a number of things to be gained. One is there's no replacement for actually walking through a scenario live. You can sit around a table, you can discuss it, but you learn more and learn to correct your mistakes.
And we reached out to JSO today about those drills. We're told the sheriff's office doesn't discuss tactical plans. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, they've also held seminars on active shooter situations. They've done that for residents over the past year.